Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John and Jenna with Flippin' Ain't Easy. My apologies for the delay. It's been kind of a mad scramble. As you guys know, what's new, right? So let's see. Before we get started, I want to thank Guide Guru. Thank you for the super chat. Hit the like button, everyone, if you enjoy the conversation that will end up happening. The goal today is to maybe do an hour and a half, because we have to be somewhere. Like we said, we have friends in town. We were at dinner last night. We're going back to dinner tonight, and they are meeting us at like 45 minutes after we end the show. So we're going to have to Zoom over. So the topic of the day is this, and after doing some reading on some forums, I do check different forums, and a poster made a pretty good point in that I think a lot of times we go with the default option when it comes to shipping. A lot of us use the eBay labels. And if you just use eBay labels, you're leaving money on the table. And I think, at least what I do, is we link the Pirate Ship account. So pirateship.com, we link that account with our eBay. And so it already knows what our orders are. So we go to, there's an export tab once you're connected, and it'll show you all the orders that you have to fulfill. Now, some of you guys like to run all your labels at once. It's going to save you time. I get it. But for me, it's about the longevity from the beginning to the end. What am I going to invest in my business? How much am I going to save by minimizing my costs? And part of that is through shipping. So with Pirate Ship, many times I'll try to run the same label with the same dimensions, same weight, and I'll get a better price. Sometimes it's 50 cents, sometimes it's $1. But if you are just looking at it like, it's not worth my time, we're just talking about $1 or 50 cents, to me, that's a short-sighted view of your business. Running your business, you want to look at your business for the entire, like, year to year, quarter to quarter, taking a time frame and taking a look at your costs over that period of time. If you run 2,000 packages in a year, I think I run like 2,500. If I save $1 per package on average, that's $2,000. Okay. And maybe I won't save, maybe I'll only save 50 cents. Well, that's still what, $1,200. I know right now that I'm saving money because I've already set up an account through FedEx. So if you do a lot of large packages, that's another option. Go to FedEx, go to UPS. See what kind of deals you can get. There's account reps in your town or in your county or your area that you don't even know about. And if you did the homework and got in touch with them to find out, hey, here's the volume that I do, and can you help me? And I didn't even know when I first talked to FedEx if I did enough volume to make it worth their while. And guess what? 2 meetings later, then add a third in there, we were up and running. And come to find out, like FedEx Rewards, they have rewards programs. You do enough packages, do enough business. I think lately it's been like 75 FedEx packages a month. They're sending me $50 gift cards, and it's, so I know that I'm meeting their demands because I'm meeting the requirements of their programs and the rewards program. So just examples. And I think a lot of times we want to do this business and do it in such a way where it's just easy, and we allow ourselves to spend more money on cost of supplies, cost of shipping labels, when all you have to do is develop a process, and you're like have your Pirate Ship website up when you're running labels. Spend another 5 or 10 minutes overall on your shipping time, and allow that to be your collective process. And you'll see that you'll save yourself some money over time. So that's my soapbox today. It wasn't all that long. A lot of times it's a good 5 to 10 minutes. So hopefully somebody out there can benefit from that information. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Let's see who we have today. And I do, in a few minutes, I do want to share with you what a wonderful viewer has sent to us. And we haven't even opened it yet. So we're going to,
it'll be determined if they're wonderful or not by what is inside.
Well, it's not a tire.
No, thank God.
So we have Brian H. says, hello, John, Jenna, and everyone. Tactical Z is in the house, says hi. And Rosie says, hi, John and Jenna. Great shorts the last few days. What's up with the picture editing via the PC today? Doesn't work. Anyone else having this problem? Oh, eBay. See you on the tube soon. So I haven't had an issue with the editing on the PC. Generally, what I do, by the time I get to the item to list it, the listing's already created on my PC. The only thing I have to do is evaluate the condition and then add the photos and the weight and size of the package. So I'm doing that on my app. I'll do the app, the cropping of the photo on my app. So I don't know if there's any problems with that on the PC, that part of it. Beard says, I don't want to hear that you haven't used the glorious machine yet.
Yes, I have, and I love it.
Let me share.
Did you not post the? You didn't post the short.
You posted it.
No, I didn't, because you took it last night when I was using it.
So if you look right here, that looks like the short that you put out right there.
I didn't put that out.
I didn't name it that. You certainly did.
No.
Okay.
You're thinking the one that you recorded of me last night.
Oh, no. That's not okay. Now that's going to be part of in another video. That's going to be part
stupid. They want to see it.
They will see it. My next video will
will
have a cutaway to that. It's like a 2-minute deal where Jenna was going crazy with it. But
I wasn't going crazy with it. I was utilizing it.
Here's the cool thing. I had a box of like 6-pack of lights, right? Like they're the recessed lights. And all we had was a retail box. It's going to go FedEx. Of course, we can't poly that because FedEx doesn't like it. So we're like, okay, we got to figure this out. We weren't really comfortable shipping it in that box. And plus the buyer seemed to be negative feedback happy. So just looking at their feedback left for others. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to try to chance it here. I found another box and it wasn't the dimensions of it, but it was enough box to make it work. So I cut one end of it and I Frankenboxed it around the existing box and did the folds and the cuts and all that. And then I took the paper tape and helped mold the box into place, and it looked muy professional. And
did you take a picture of it?
I did not. I wasn't that proud of myself. I wasn't that proud of myself, but I was more in the zone of, look, there's the eBay John, there's the YouTube John. When John is in eBay land and I'm focused on getting the work done because I got to get on to the next task, I ain't thinking about YouTube John. And it's only after the fact I'm like, okay, that could have been a good idea. But YouTube John is sort of on its own different. No, he's not boring.
Yes.
How many people out there think that YouTube John is a boring John? And if I am a boring John, tell me what I could do better to make you more engaged in the videos. So I am who I am. I'm not going to fake. I'm not going to fake being someone I'm not. That's what I hope you're here for.
You are funny and you are loose. But
that
put on this stone cold face when you come in front of the camera.
Well, because I don't know. It's sometimes this gig. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This gig of YouTube world is difficult. It isn't what everyone thinks it is, and I'm glad you kind of mentioned this because that's the topic of the video I'm going to put out maybe tomorrow if I get it done tonight when we get back. But it's going to be on topic of the things that us influencers don't tell you that you don't know. I think it's going to be a really eye-opening video. So hopefully you'll be there with me. So let's see what we have. Who else is here yet? We have Rosie Games says, hello, everyone. Thanks for being here.
She said, oops, it was my image quality. Me bad.
Yep. And Sandra Hoyer says,
oh my gosh.
How do you know I'm not doing it?
Do you think before you speak?
I think before I speak sometimes.
I think you do.
But thanks for being here, Sandra. Jerry Johnson says, hi, everyone.
Jerry.
Jovial Juggler says, hey, FA
no.
fan. Happy National John Day.
No.
See, that
was on the 28th of November. About. That day's gone.
Where do you get this information? Because if it's in writing,
I want to see the calendar that you use.
Oh, this is not working. But National John Day, it should be a day, but
Yeah, but okay, what kind of John are we talking about?
see right there. Boom. That is what
is
we're talking about.
bullshit.
It is true. It's an international day.
Wow.
That is what we're talking about.
Oh,
Yes.
God,
Thanks for bringing that up.
I've seen it all.
So
where's Jenna Day?
You got to get enough people who want that for it to happen. So,
wow.
Guys, I want to share with you, since we have a jovial juggler on with us.
Where's your
what?
Cutter.
Oh, my cutter?
Right there.
Oh, gee, it's right here. My trusty cutter here. But without sharing her,
hopefully it's not
without sharing her fake address that she put in the package, it's not a real one.
soggy
Anyway.
meatballs.
What's up with the plain Cheerios? You know, a little what is it? Maybe apple Cheerios. What else we got? We got a little honey nut. But I forgive you this time. So let's see what she did here. And look, it made it in good condition. It wasn't banged up. So maybe there's something to this, using cereal boxes to ship your stuff. Now, we know it's not a tire. I hope it's not meatballs.
No meatballs.
Gee, I hope I get a toy out of this. Okay, I'm gonna cut this box.
Oh no, is that another box?
So she got something on sale. Let's see here.
I love it.
For the sake of time, I'm just going
No
to...
way. Is it a Christmas tree?
No.
Yes. Oh my God, that's good.
Uh-oh, it is.
Yes. Okay, give it to me.
Wait,
I'm going to
wait,
put it together. No, you got to fluff it.
Well, thank you, Rhonda.
Thank you. That was so cool. So we can't
It
say
tells
that
you
we
how.
don't have a Christmas tree up this year.
Yeah, it has a little wooden base, right? And then no ornament though. I guess we got to provide our own ornament. But
It doesn't need
thank
an
you.
ornament.
No, that's cool. We got plenty, but that might be the only tree we have this year.
Well, this is the only tree we are going to have this year.
And it says peanuts on the side.
That is so cute.
Thank you. That's
Can I have
awesome.
that?
And there's instructions if you need to figure it
I don't
out.
think that I need the instructions.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome of you. Oh boy, here we go. One of our favorite Australian fans, Duncan VR, says, John, not boring. He's a library of knowledge. Jen is looking very radiant and lovely today. Buy her a dinner burger. Trying to wind down my store to have the rest, but it's not slowing down Jenna Day. So we're going to...
Thank you, Duncan.
Thank you. We're going to a Gillies barbecue.
I kid and I joke. John can be boring, but most of the time he's not, because he's a jokester. He likes to crack jokes, change the words of songs to really inappropriate words. He likes to do fun things and crack me up. But you guys don't get to see a lot of that. So that's why I said that. Okay.
One day, it's just that I know that I could be very abrasive sometimes. Just ask friends and I guess former friends that I can be my...
his kids.
Most of my kids love me. Most of my kids love me. Jackie Bleckner says, hello, John and Jenna in chat. I had someone return a tablecloth item not as described, clearly my fault, listed wrong size, and sent me back the item and postage both ways. Well, I need more buyers like this. So how do they send you back the postage both ways? Did they just... That's interesting. I'm curious how they did that, but that is a good buyer, very good buyer. Some people are very nice. I mean, we talk about the scammers out there. We talk about the people with bad intentions. Unfortunately, we don't talk enough about the buyers who, you know what, they're forgiving and they're not going to be petty. Rain Gallardo says, I'm 10 minutes early now. Let's hope nothing shiny gets my attention.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
There's supposed to be an ornament in here.
There's supposed to be an ornament?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Well, we can put one of our own.
Yeah.
We got a lot of ornaments.
Oh.
But I like the tree. I like the fact that it's going to force us to get into the Christmas spirit. This one right here, I think.
I know, but the directions don't say that.
I don't know. Can't help you with that. But thank you very much for infusing a little Christmas spirit in our household.
Well, we have a little bit of Christmas spirit. The gifts are in a pile all over the floor in my office. So.
And we're going to be doing Cowboy Christmas this week. That's why we're kind of like in a mad scramble. Our friends are in town all week, but we had to tell them last night, look, we still have to run the business. We met them for dinner last night. We're meeting the whole group. There's like 12 of them that's going to be there at the
some of them aren't even there yet.
Some aren't even there yet. They'll be here Tuesday. And then fast forward to Friday, we have like a breakfast. Everyone draws names, and then we have to go to Cowboy Christmas to shop for that person, and then go to dinner with the gifts. So that's a day that's why also programming note, Friday we're going to have to change the live date Thursday this week. I know I don't really like doing that, but I do not like not having the live because I just like keeping in touch with you guys. So that's the plan. We are going to do the live on Thursday at the same time and not Friday. PJ's Ecom 2050 says, greetings from Australia. Love the show, support, advice, and the different views between you guys from time to time. Awesome. Well, thank you, PJ's Ecom 2050. I appreciate it. We have a lot of people who watch from UK and Australia. So we certainly appreciate each and every one of you guys, even though you are a day ahead of us. So we're talking about what we're doing now on Monday, and for you, it's Tuesday already.
Australia. One day I want to go to Australia.
Joe Samard says, howdy, everyone.
Joe Samard from NorCal.
We got Flip It Goods in the house.
Oh, I remember that.
Thank you for being here. And Lawrence Trombley says, I'm clearing my store of things that are sitting here. 200 items, put them 50% off a month ago, sold 2. Now what to do? Go 25% off, 25% promote buyers need to see to buy. So I can only kind of give you an idea what we did. Now, our little clearance store, I went in and I upped the price on everything by like 10%. And I'll tell you why I did that. But I upped everything by 10%. And then I went in and I did a 50% markdown off of that. Okay. Knowing that that's the markdown sale, knowing I have a 10% coupon already in place for my entire store. And I did that. I put that in place, and we ended up waking up. That was Saturday night. We woke up Sunday to 13 sales on that account, and we've had fairly steady sales ever since. So, I mean, it's the old adage where people are looking for an item, they find a really good deal, they're going to grab it. What happened?
It says it's supposed to come with a Linus blanket. Even Jovial said.
No blankie?
No blankie and no ornament.
You still like the tree, but that's
I like the tree.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't worry, I won't file an INAD. We appreciate it anyway. No, there's no dropping it. Now, it looked like it had one side. Remember, there's one side to it?
Huh?
Remember when I was pulling it out? There's nothing up here. Ah, here it is.
Oh.
I knew something. We found it. When I was pulling the tree out, it went flying. Yeah. We almost had our first live INAD. So you have a little ornament.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and you have a Linus blanket.
Oh, this is cute.
Okay.
I freaking love it.
Do your thing.
My gosh.
Okay. All's good. All's good. And it makes me wonder, are buyers like that? They may drop something and like, I didn't get this thing. I'm going to open a return. And then they file the INAD and you're all flustered saying, hey, I sent it. And then they find it on the floor and they just leave the return open. I wonder how many times that's happened. SM Postcards. Mark, thank you for being here. Hello. We have Christine Anderson says, did anyone else read the CNN article about the costume design for the show? The Crown used Depop and eBay to find Y2K styles for this season. I love hearing stories like that. No, I haven't heard that, but that is a good story.
Oh, that is so cute.
Look at that.
If anyone knows me, I love Christmas decor. I love it with my whole heart. It's just this year is a very strange year for us. So, but I could decorate this house Christmas to the core if I wanted to. But for one, that costs a lot of money. For two, it takes a lot of time. So but I appreciate this
Yes,
cute little
thank
tree.
you. Thank you so much. Awesome. We have Brett, Mad Hatter's Boutique, says, hey, everybody, hope you all had a great weekend and some good sales.
I had excellent sales.
I can say that between both accounts, we did okay. My main account is still kind of lagging. We did have a $600 day on Saturday. Yesterday wasn't so hot, but hey, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. We're just going to keep pushing forward. I've brought my store, this is unintentional, but just how hard I've been working, brought my store up to almost 250 listings. That's up from like 180 over the last week and a half. But, you know, I'm more concerned about how much money am I putting in my store, and money in, money out, right? Christine Anderson says, oh, and I am Christine Moses. It just took 4 years to change my name back to my maiden name.
Oh my God.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you for being here, Christine. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Says,
I was going to say her picture's the same as
yeah.
the other Christine.
Says, Maya says, hello, everyone. I had a pretty good sales weekend, not back up to where I was a couple months ago, but I can't complain so much. I think what you're seeing right now, at least this last weekend, are the last minute or part, like maybe the first wave of last minute shoppers. You're going to see another wave here within this week. And believe it or not, this weekend being what, the 17th?
Yeah.
There's going to be people here this weekend, 16th and 17th, that are going to be last minute shoppers. And those are the ones I'm kind of worried about, because those are the ones that, are still waiting for whatever reason. Maybe they can't afford it. Maybe they get paid next week or whatever it is. And they're going to be sweating a lot of sellers to get that item to them by Christmas, when, hey, we didn't know you wanted this item until you ordered it.
Yeah.
Guide Guru says, what's up, everyone? Sales have been good. Sold the turntable I thrifted, sold for $400, left a positive $2. I can breathe a sigh of relief.
Yay.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Now, breathe a sigh of relief, but I've had return requests opened after somebody has put a positive feedback. Like one person bought a $200 lawnmower. They got it. They loved it. They put positive feedback. 2.5 weeks into, I think, their third time using it, it just broke on them. And then they sent it back, right? And the item got lost in transit.
Yeah,
so,
we usually don't celebrate till after 30 days.
Yeah. Henri Squaw says, howdy, happy Monday. Yes, happy Monday. We got Shane, Soda City Flips says, what's good, FAA fam? Hello, John and Jenna.
Shane.
Thanks for being here, man. Callie Deb says, hi, everyone. I had a very high sales week last week. It is a little bit slow today. However, hope you are doing well with your sales.
That's awesome.
I mean, as good as we can do, getting good stuff, getting more stuff. So I've been able to, despite, and I love our friends to death that are visiting us in town.
Guru says, "Oh my God, John Buzzkill."
Why would I do?
Because you just she was so excited about selling the turntable.
Oh, I wasn't trying to kill your buzz.
Boom. You just.
I'm okay. I wish I had like a little kazoo or something that I can.
A kazoo
or something that I can celebrate with, but I don't. But good on you for making a sale. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kill your buzz.
I told you sometimes he's a negative Nelly.
No, I just feel like this. I mean, there's a lot of folks that are commenting, and I'm just trying to make it so that I'm not so far behind today. That's just what it is. So
sorry.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to make light of your sale, because it's awesome. No. $400 is really awesome.
It's all good. I was teasing.
I know, but you never know. Urethra's in the house. John and Jenna, I heard the news today that flipping is in fact easy. Fell to my knees praising Jesus. Still waiting for that cha-ching though. I gotta tell you,
Did you hit the like for this one? Come on.
I gotta tell you, when you're listing your butt off and the sales aren't coming, it don't feel too easy, does it? It's like, okay, guys, they said it was easy, but nobody's looking at my stuff. Rhiannon's in the house. Hey, John, Jenna, and friends. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Guide Guru says they must be busy loading a tire into the house. That was before we actually came on, but no. It's
We've been
more of the
having
same.
A couple of technical issues. We've switched carriers for our internet, and we had a whole shebang thing happen this morning.
Well, our door bell wasn't connected because I changed the Wi-Fi to the new one, which is to me a lot better, less like 40, 50 bucks cheaper. So it's like, okay. But nonetheless, we're working. The dogs are going crazy out there. And it's like, what are the dogs barking at? And it was the FedEx guy who was at the door. And I'm glad we had dogs because we didn't notify our phones that anyone was at the door.
No, the phone didn't notify, but I did hear the doorbell from the outside. But I was in the back of the house, so.
And then Josh said, sorry about the text. He sent me a text right before we are going to go on. No problem, Josh, at all. I just didn't want to, I was right about to go live when you texted. So I just wanted to let you know we're going to go live. So thanks for being here to hang out with us. Kevin Hawthorne, he must be in hiding. I have no idea where his location is, but thank you, Kevin, for being here. Good evening from, I guess, somewhere in Florida. And then we have Andy Reno from Indiana. He's also failing to disclose his location. Says, what's going on?
Is he hiding today?
I know. Belinda says, hi, John and Jenna, Mr. and Mrs. Social. Woohoo.
Oh, this is really the only week.
Are we
that
really that social?
No, we're not.
Josh Galt, listening while driving. Well, look straight ahead.
Yeah,
don't let anything I say upset you.
Don't comment.
Gail Carlson says, hello, John and Jenna and the family here. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Gail.
Yeah, all the family in the chat and those who aren't chatting. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
I know some of you guys watch this on TV, and there is no way to do it that way. You just sit back, relax, eat your popcorn, whatever you're eating, and just chill out with us. Yeah. Wait, Devon's in the house. I gotta say hello, Devon.
Hi.
And then PJ's Ecom 2050 says, hey Jenna, as much as we love John's separate shows, we'd love to see you do a separate show too.
Oh no.
Have you thought of doing a separate show, perhaps an update from your weeklies? Now, let me just say, I've been trying for months to get her to be more involved in the actual video recordings. Now, the problem is, here's the problem.
Don't even say what I think you're gonna say.
What am I gonna say? Just say it. Say it.
No, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say something about my war paint.
She knows me. When I'm ready to do a video, I don't have 2 hours to wait.
Now, he springs videos
And she doesn't want to go on them anyway.
At 11:30 at night. Oh my God, I got to make a video. No,
now,
I'm not. I need warnings.
The little segment we filmed last night was right after we got back from dinner. So she already had that going on. And so she was okay with that. So we were like, okay, we're home from dinner. We've got a lot of packages. Let's just jump on it. And I think we're done like a little after 10 o'clock p.m. Pacific time last night.
Yeah, we had 30 packages.
Yeah,
I had
pretty
15 on mine.
We have 2 Santa bags of USPS packages.
It was
and 3
a lot.
big boxes.
And if I didn't do it last night, I probably would still be shipping now.
Now, let me give you guys a little update. I sold a 13 album lot of just, I think, random albums, right? And I also sold a 43 album country lot of LP albums. And I did the express option, the promoted listings express, because I wanted to give it a shot. I really would pay money to have people take these albums off my hands anyway. So whether they sold or not, the $1.50 I gave eBay for doing their thing to get the listing in front of more people was worth it to me. And guess what? Not only did the 13 album lot sell, it sold for like $12 plus shipping or $10 plus shipping, which is, I'm tickled to death for it. But the 43 album lot that I had starting at $29.99 with the $119.99 buy it now plus shipping sold at full ask buy it now $119.99 plus shipping. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to tomorrow have a bunch more albums go up on auction 5 days, and I'm going to play with the express option again, and we're going to have them in Sunday, and we'll see what happens. Just get them out of here.
Just get them out of here.
Pirate Ship gives me the same price as eBay does, at least for USPS ground and priority. A lot of times it does, but you'll be surprised every so often. I guess the person who posted this post they gave like 6 examples like this week where they had a different price from Pirate Ship than eBay. Plus, you're going to get the cubic option that eBay doesn't offer. So they have Grand Advantage cubic, they have Priority cubic, and it's more of a size of package thing. So if you have a really heavy item in a small package, you're probably going to do better with cubic than you would with eBay. Gadget Time says also should factor credit card points when using Pirate Ship. Do enough volume, it adds up.
That's
There you
right.
go.
That is right.
It's just like my rewards with FedEx. Same deal. Not only do they do the points, but you could put a credit card on that where I'm paying FedEx like $500 to $700 a week, at least, in charges that they're hitting my account. Guy Guru says it's the same for me, Mad Hatter, except for the cubic rate. I admit I don't use it as much as I should. And I think sometimes we just forget it's there and we go in and run our labels, and had we known we could have saved a few bucks, we probably would have done it differently. Maya says, I kind of want to switch to UPS after seeing the new rates Pirate Ship got lately. FedEx in my area is incompetent, but I had good experiences with UPS. Mm-hmm. I have found that in the past, for me, FedEx was a show. I'm not going to say it the way she said it. Shit show.
Shit show.
Fine, I'll say it. You guys seen the videos that I've had out in the many, many years ago, like 3 years ago. It was just horrible. I hated it. But it seems like when you have a dedicated account rep, that it's a lot easier, not only get the help you need, but things, maybe they have it marked that you have an account or whatever, but I have not had one single problem. I even had two planes.
And I love we need to get him a gift.
Oh, we are.
He's a young kid. He's spunky. He's happy. It's nice to see him every day.
The Thrifty Loons in the house says, hey, Team FAE, I made it. Yes, you did. Thanks for being here. Gail Carlson's in the house, says some were along the line. eBay was nice enough to ease some of my listings, so I have been relisting them today. There you go. Get those up because you have that last
one. Say erase. Nice enough to erase some of my listings.
I know. Or release, or I don't know. But nonetheless, you're getting more listings up, so that's all that matters. Patricia says Pirate Ship offers USPS cubic. eBay doesn't. Pirate Ship insurance is cheaper than eBay too. Sometimes though, like today for me, eBay UPS ground is cheaper than Pirate Ship. Yeah. And if you have a way, I like the way Pirate Ship just links your information. So you don't have to type in any addresses in. You just input the weight and the dimensions and see what the price looks like. Redline, let's see, says, hi, just who I needed to talk to. I just had a buyer contact me about a manufacturer defect. Twice I've dealt with this in the past few months. Will this harm my account? I've allowed a return. No, if they're coming back and they're probably opening it as INAD or doesn't work, actually, or arrived broken or something like that, then you're just accepting it as a return. It does account against your return ratio, so you don't want that to be too high. But if you haven't had a lot of those, don't worry about it. Just accept the return, refund them in full when you get it back, provided you get everything back, and just kind of move on. Mark says, I like easy print, peel and stick. Yes. So you guys, I'm telling you, you don't have to have a 4x6 thermal printer like we have the Rollo here. But I tell you, it just saves you a lot of time and hassle. You know, you're cutting out the label, you're taping it to the box. That takes a lot of time.
It's worth it. Your time is worth it.
We have Kenneth Young with us. Says, John, I gave you a thumbs up on your short video and I had the best weekend ever.
Yes.
You know, it was weird. I don't know why. I haven't done a lot of shorts and I kind of just poo-pooed the idea of shorts. I guess we're going to be doing more of those because it's starting to get a little traction. I mean, we had like 2,000 views on the one I put out.
Well, not very many views on mine.
Well, I think it's the music. The music was a little off-putting, I think.
No.
Maybe.
It's nice to have some music that goes along with a video other than my voice.
Undercover Treasure Hunter says, good afternoon, FAA fam. Jenna, we got a heat gun. Been using it all week to remove labels from boxes. Thank you. Your pro tip has saved us a ton of time. It works amazingly.
It does.
And it returns your box to looking somewhat professional.
Yes. That's awesome.
Especially if you're into liquidation. We all know that if you have liquidation, especially Amazon, you have 1,000 different stickers on
Amazon
there,
and Walmart,
and then the tape that they put on there, and then then you bring in the paper tape machine, and it makes it look so much more professional when you take off all that gaudy tape and then just put one strip of the paper tape.
Yeah. Although there was one box last night that it could barely hold up just regular, packing tape.
Is that the pasta maker?
Yeah,
that was jacked up
bad.
box.
I couldn't use the paper tape; wouldn't even stick to it. It was terrible.
Sometimes you get jacked up boxes in liquidation.
Man. It was like a weathered box. It was really weird.
Andy says, definitely check pirate ship all the time. I just saved $6.20 on one label. There you go. And Arena Vision says, make sure you check the box and see if it's ticking. Bad joke. Oh, the box that we opened.
Make sure you check the box and see if it's. Oh.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Well,
we've actually had many communications before with Jovial, and nothing but positive. So I knew nothing was going to come out of it. Yeah. But you know what? Hey, if it was, it would have made for good TV, right?
Steve! Oh my God, Steve's back.
Steve is here for once. Thank you for being here.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Where did you go? Are you okay?
Chatterbrains says, good afternoon. Watching you and doing old listings in my store. There you go.
Chatterbrains.
I tend to think that there's certain times of the year where it's probably the best use of your time to go in and maybe do inventory check or redoing old listings. And one time is the summer when, things are slow for a lot of people. We didn't have the slowdown that a lot of people had and historically have. And I think it's the week between Christmas and New Year's, because there's that lull, and then boom, after New Year's, back on it again. People are buying. So you're making good use of your time. Rich Colby says, I've been editing on the PC just fine lately, no issues. Gail, I had 19 that I discovered, but 19 issues with your listings. Maybe there's a problem there. Guy Guru says, I used to use PC for background removal, but app works just as well, I think. They've made improvements to the background removal part of the app. If you have a clearly defined photo, if you have like a white item on a white background, it's going to be kind of tough. So I would intentionally take one photo. Like we've been taking a lot of our photos on a wooden table. And then what I like to do is I'll take the first gallery photo, take my best photo that represents the item, and I'll remove the background, sometimes even with that tool. And I will put the organic wood grain background photos for the rest of them, because eBay and Google, they want that white background, right? But your buyer wants to make sure it's not a stock photo and you actually have the item. So I like to have both in the listing. Henri Squaw, almost all my sales this weekend are organic, no promoted fees. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer you have a good price, you're going to get that sale. I like, Devon says, I like
my
Jenna's
mama sweatshirt. Yes. Yeah. And it has my children's names on it.
Yeah. And isn't she pretty in pink? And then we have, speaking of pretty in pink, we have Tommy in the house. Says most sellers are committing mail fraud when doing cubic. The Postal Service likes to let a case build several years, and bam, down goes the ship. So you got to do, if you're doing the cubic, where you're selecting the envelope. So if you select envelope on Pirate Ship, it has to resemble an envelope, and you can actually use forgot what they call it, soft pack. That's what the Postal Service calls it. And if it has the flaps on each end, then that resembles an envelope, even though it's poofy in the middle, right? But you can do the box option as well for cubic, and you're putting in the dimensions of the box and selecting that option. But yeah, if you're selecting the envelope option, where only asks you for the 2 dimensions, you can get yourself into trouble, because people are measuring from one end of the package to the other, which is logical. But you're supposed to measure the entire envelope, or in this case, polymailer, before you put the item in the bag. And people don't put the proper dimensions in there.
So when I fold it in half, you have to actually use.
You have to put in the actual length and width of the poly before you put the item in to get the actual proper dimensions.
I've never done that ever.
Drummer says, what, no paper tape machine? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do
have
have it. And we have used it, and I love it.
Uh-oh. That's our...
Oh.
And I have to set up my Alexa because it's not cursing at me when the people come to the door. Disgruntled Octopus says, morning, humans. Thanks for being here. Our favorite squid is in the house, so thank you for being here. Urethra says, John, I'm telling you, you need a puppet show. I'm not going to have a puppet show, that's for sure. Maya says, I mean, how hard can cubic even be? Either measure the envelope or measure the box, depending on what you have, and type in the dimensions. But people do the actual envelope part of it wrong. They're not measuring the envelope that they're using before the item is put in the envelope. And then Tommy says they tape poly bags down and use the dimensions. So what I used to do, and I got called on the carpet for this by the post office, some lonely postal worker in the middle of North Dakota. This is, I think, like Minot or something. And they sent it back and with a big note on it that says improper use of cubic shipping. And I'm like, well, how? So I did some research, and that's what it is. After contacting Pirate Ship, it's the flaps on your poly bag need to resemble an envelope more so than it resembles a box, even though you can have it kind of poofing up with the box inside, if that makes sense. Gadget Time says you should get the accessories for the machine like the aerial and the automatic measuring device that puts out the correct size of the tape automatically. Well, we estimate, okay, I have a 12-inch box, boom, hit 18, boom, it spits out an 18-inch piece tape or paper tape, put it right on, you set it, smooth it over, boom, and you give it about 5 seconds to cure, and it's looking great, and it holds better than tape. Semperfi is in the house, making steak and first-time latkes. Sounds good, actually. We had prime rib last night, so I think I'm going to stay away from steak. I'm going to keep it really simple tonight. Guy Guru says, oh yeah, I've seen people back in the day talking about that, stuffing a huge box in a poly. Yeah, it's that the box in a bag method. And I was actually form-fitting the poly bag to the box. So it looks like the actual box, and I have the eBay tape around it. And I was sending that cubic. Now, you could do it that way if you're not sending it cubic, if you're just doing like Ground Advantage regular or priority mail. They don't care if it looks like that or not. A lot of times, if I have something where I don't want the buyer to see what it is, maybe around this time of year, I don't want them leaving the retail box on their patio like Amazon's been doing to us lately. I'll put a poly bag over it, and I'll just put the eBay tape around it. But I'm not shipping that cubic at all. Gail says, your tape machine short was good, but no info where to get it. Well, where we got it, you're going to get the best deal on eBay. And find a seller who's selling it pre-owned that in working order. This particular seller had a video showing that they ran a piece of tape, and that was kind of what sold me on it. I didn't want anything that was represented as good and shows up for the second time not working. If you buy that full retail, you can go to Amazon, but you're going to be paying like $1,200 for the same machine. So save yourself some money, get it pre-owned, make sure it's working, and it's an investment in your business. Henri Squaw has face palm to the palm of the face of the head. Rich Colby says, I have zero interest in being an influencer. Props to those who do it for sure. Yeah, a lot of folks just want to get up in the morning, do their eBay, make their money, wrap it up, and then spend time with family, friends, or do whatever they enjoy doing. It's a job. And spending more time talking to other people about it is just like, it's not all that appealing. I get it. For me, I enjoy what I do. So if I can sit and talk shop with people for hours, like Beard had his live Friday night, and we ended, I think the thing went over like 3 hours was the live, and we spent another 2 hours just talking shop. And hey, I don't mind doing it. It's very fun. Amazon Seller 99 says, hey guys, Barbara Pinnell, I believe that's right, says hi from Oklahoma. Thanks for being here. Mark Suddix has had a great sales weekend. This month has been, I'm sure you meant to say month, has been my best all year. I hope this is a sign of what's coming in 2024. All you hit that like button. Now it works. Yes, hit that like button, get your sale within the next 24 hours. I don't know how it works. People talk about they do it, they get a sale. It's called karma. I don't know. Maya says, Guide Guru, is that against the rules if the envelope isn't taped down? I always either use a bag or use a box. Can you put the box loose in the bag without taping? You can, as long as the box represents an envelope with the flaps. You can't tape the flaps to the box when you're using that method. Guy Guru says, you can do it, Maya. Just don't try the system with the flat mailer rates. Yeah, just follow the rules. But I did call Pirate Ship about that because I was like, wait, this doesn't make sense, because there is an option for cubic with the actual dimensions of the box. Forget the actual poly mailer. And they said that's the difference. You have to have what resembles an envelope with that poly mailer. And whether you use tape or not to tape, you don't have to tape the flaps down, but usually those poly mailers have one cheap glue strip that you peel aside, and that's all you have holding it. Now, speaking of poly mailers, you can check our link down below. You get the best prices, 10% off of GyroPack, and that's what we got to do. We got to order some more.
We have a large order list.
And anything that you guys order, whether it's through them, whether it's through another company, whether it's boxes, whether it's a paper tape machine, whether it's anything that you order for your business, that these are things that are expenses that can be written off against the actual earnings of the business.
Yeah.
And if you wait,
every December at the end of the month, we put in a big order to all of the different
our supplies and
supply places that we get our stuff from, and because we want the tax cut for this year.
And of course, we're still using that stuff this year, but
yeah.
Maya says, okay, that's how I thought it was done. So say if you have one of the priority Tyveks and you put the box inside without taping down or altering the bag, then you can use the envelope dimensions. You use the envelope dimensions, but someone correct me. I don't know if you can use the priority Tyveks with priority cubic. Now, I've never tried that.
What
so
is Tyvek?
It's hard to explain. It's not really a paper envelope. It's not really plastic. It's sort of like in between that kind of consistency. It's really, Is it a USPS? USPS.
The one that says it's for documents?
No, it's not. That's the cardboard one. The one that is.
No, they have another one.
Yeah, well, that's not for documents, but it might be what you're thinking of. John Worldwide Weber says, I got meatball packaging one time.
Hey, we got real meatballs one time.
Guide Guru says Cheerios never has a prize inside. No, but we did get the ornament and the blanket. So
yes,
that's
I knew you had to.
Urethra Franklin says Urban Dictionary has a national flick a Jenna month. I'm just
Urethra?
Hey, you're breaking the rules. My name is not Jenna.
Yeah, some days it can't.
Charlie Brown Tree, nice.
I love it.
Duncan VR says, damn, the second I hit the like, I got 3 sales. I should have known better than to hit the like when I want a break and slow down. It's a Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
I love it.
Yes,
it's so freaking cute. I think I might even take a couple of twinkle lights that I have and wrap it around there.
I've had instances where the box wasn't really appropriate or fitting to be shipped by itself. And by putting the poly on it, because the box was so heavy, it fit just fine. I've had, I think it's 18 by 18 of the max dimensions of the poly that you can use.
Yeah, you could put a person in it.
You got a big, like a box with a pair of shoes in it. I mean, I don't know if you would ship them just with the box itself, but there's been times in the past where we've shipped it like that. The flaps are, maybe it's a heavy pair of shoes. But just as an example, maybe a bad one. But Ping G's in the house says, hello, John and Jenna and the chat. Hello. Thanks for being here. And Duncan says, John, to sing songs and change the words live?
I don't
do
know
do it
about
live.
We
but
would get banned.
yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
Especially the songs that she plays. Like she loves her country music, right? And to me, it's when songs are boring to me. When I'm bored by the song, I tend to sing along and like on road trips, things like
Or
that.
at night when I'm sitting there watching my TikToks and he hears all the songs in the background. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I like that one." And he starts.
I was annoying her not 2 nights ago. I'm like, we're going to an Elvis concert on Tuesday night,
God.
and I said, honey, we gotta get some of these songs playing. We've got to sing along at the concert. I don't want to be just you standing there just not knowing what's going on. So I went in and got the Amazon Music app and started playing these Elvis hits, right? And she's like, turn that up, turn it up. And I'm sitting there singing the songs, right? She was getting really annoyed by it. So we're going to go tomorrow night. She's going to be annoyed, right? And I'm going to be amused. She's going to be annoyed, and we're going to see how it works out. Rad Relics John, had a good time talking to him on Bearded's Live and learned a lot on that one. So thanks for being here. Urethra Franklin says you'd be both be fun to double date with. I'll hit you up once I bag my 5th husband.
Let us know.
But do me a favor, Urethra, put a wig on. That head of yours is disturbing. It's quite disturbing. I don't want people looking at me.
Oh my God.
Guy Guru says some people just don't know how to print labels. Victor Wawa York is in the house, says, hey gang.
Hey.
And Tommy says, Urethra, I've heard Cosby is in the prowl again.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's funny. Let's see.
Okay, moving on.
Let's see.
That was number 2, Tommy. I don't do returns or reruns.
Duncan says, I think Jenna's Christmas tree is too big.
It is. It's way too big.
Maya says, yeah, Tommy, that's why I haven't used it. Plus, if you do Ground Advantage Cubic, you have to pay for both the box and the mailer. Well, if that's your supplies, I mean, I'm hoping that you're not taking a perfectly good shipping box and throwing it in an envelope. But a lot of times you'll take a retail box that maybe like this time of year, you don't want people to know what it is. You don't want to pull an Amazon and ruin everyone's Christmas. So you'll we did that the other day with an item like, yeah, this is kind of a questionable item. Let's put it in a poly bag. And that's what we did. We didn't use the cubic though. A rockin' yard sale is always late, but at least you're here. That's all that matters. And I'm always late getting through the comments. So,
Yeah, I know. He's 45 minutes behind.
Rich says, I'm now committing to take my hustle to another level. You two are inspiration to that end, and I appreciate what you do. Well, Rich, thank you.
Thanks.
Awesome. Our goal is to try to make 2024 even better. So maybe I won't get to the level of what my main store is on my second store. But if I can improve that, we're talking, Josh and I are always talking about 65%, year-over-year growth. Man, I mean, if I can do that, that's going to be easy to do on that account. I'm very sure of that.
Yeah, what we're doing on that other account is bare minimum. Bare minimum. Stop.
Seen one pudding pop, you've seen them all.
My
okay.
God. Okay.
Oh, wow, that's great.
I lost my
Duncan says, if you go to Australia one day, go to your winter time when it's snowing.
Go in your winter time.
Go in your winter time when it's snowing there. It'll be warmer here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know. I hear they're sweating it out over there.
Rich says, people love a sale more than they pay attention to prices. I love the store coupons and ability to run markdown sales. They work.
Yes.
I mean, we had, what album was that sold? It's like
Joe
Jackson. Anybody remember Joe Jackson?
Jackson band or
Joe
something?
Jackson sold for $7.99. That's after the 50% off. All right. Guy Guru says, yes, when I first started, had a buyer claim it was missing a piece. I gave them a partial, messaged me the next day, said they found the piece. And the bad thing about that is they just messaged you, so they didn't open the INAD. Had they opened an INAD and said, oh, sorry, my bad, you still would have been stuck with the INAD.
Wow.
Red Relic says we have more time than money. I need more time is what I
Yeah.
need. Let's see. Disgruntled Octopus says, now I have to go back to the start. Grammy has been harassing me and I missed a bunch.
Where is Grammy?
I know, where is she? Is
How's
she
she
still building her internet connection again? It went out from what I understand. Sadistic says, I joined the emotional roller coaster a month ago. I've had 3 sales. One was almost $300. I'm worried once Christmas is over, this already difficult venture is going to get even more difficult. You ready? We haven't even seen the returns. Remember, a lot of your items are going to be gifts. And let's say Cousin Larry decides he's going to open this gift that you thought he was really going to love. And he has that like blank look on his face. And you ask him, oh, you don't really like it, do you? Well, we can send it back. I get you something different. Well, guess what? The person who gave him the gift is going to be contacting you saying, hey, we need to open a return. Mm-hmm. And if it's something they bought in November, like the middle part of November, and you have 30-day returns, you're going to have to make a decision. Do you give returns over 30 days or not? For me, it's a no. You could check the item, especially if you're buying something used or open box. You have the ability to check the item, make sure everything's there, plug it in, make sure it works if you're going to go that route, and then give the gift. Yeah. Post office is crazy.
Yeah, I would not want to be going to the
or it's crazy. It's crazy. Maya says, I'm one of those last minute shoppers. I always end up using express shipping.
Oh, God.
That can be expensive.
That's expensive.
John
Beard would kill me if I did that.
Says, I was waiting. Damn recliner got me. Being old is tough. So I don't have a recliner. Well, we do. I just don't use it.
We do. You just have
Chastity. Hi, all. Weekend sales are great. Sales on 5 platforms sold at $200 vintage plush.
Wow. That's excellent.
Yeah, speaking of that recliner, it's perfect. I mean, it's like ready for me to gain like 200 pounds. This is like the super wide recliner. And I just don't sit in it. I'm always in this chair.
Yeah.
This chair.
And even if he does sit in the living room, he sits on the couch.
Duncan says they only rented the lawnmower that you sold them to mow the lawn for Christmas and send it back so they can buy a toilet seat instead. Well, no, this was during the summer, and that one was a mess. Tommy says next he's going to tell you they can do a chargeback for 6 months. Jesus, let him celebrate.
Yeah,
they can. Actually, they could do a chargeback for 120 days. I was checking into that. It's 120 days when they can actually file the chargeback. Big Dre says, hello, John and Jenna. Shipped out 5 orders today. Over the weekend, found my bow of the year. Paid $100 for 2 Bella Terra anti-aging cream comps. Show the value of $2,100. There you go.
Oh, my gosh. What do they have in them? Gold?
So get them sold. That's the key. Get them sold.
Bella Terra?
I don't know. You see a lot of that stuff online. A lot of the anti-aging devices that are like thousands of dollars. It's like
it's a cream.
I don't know. What is it like? Fill the gaps? I don't know. Tommy says urethra. It's easy to go. It's easy on good sales days, but suicidal on bad ones. I've heard. Maya says, yeah, I've definitely had buyers leave a positive feedback and either return or start blowing up my messages demanding a partial refund or full refund. But they lost their leverage to some sellers. Some sellers are so afraid of that negative feedback that they'll do anything, including just take my money. Rich says, for some of us, 2023 has been a really tough year. Also, it's often difficult to remain positive when sales are not matching the effort being put forth. Nonetheless, keep grinding and rise above.
That is 100% accurate. And we feel that we've been there. We've currently going through, our summer was epic. We have never had a non-slow summer. Well, and it just is crazy how you can work. I mean, literally from the moment your feet hit the ground until the time your eyes close at night, and nothing's happening. There's no activity or minimal. And it's just, it is very difficult, but you do have to find the positivity and find the silver lining in the situation and know that something is to come.
So I guess this is the what I've learned by putting the other store on sale 50% off, and it just great sales, right? for crap. We're talking about crap selling. You can sell anything. I mean, if you're not getting sales right now, chances are you throw a 30, 40, 50% off sale, you're going to get that item to move or those items to move. But I think people have to make a decision. Do I want to maximize this and try to get that unicorn buyer to buy my item eventually, or do I want to get this moved? My position is with this other store is I'm just trying to clear out inventory. Now, am I going to do it between now and the end of the year? Probably not. I'm probably not going to sell 400 items, but we have about 200 some odd of those items still in records that I need to get lotted up, because that little experiment taught me that maybe I can use the Promoted Listings Express. It charged me $2 to get more people on my listing. Yeah, maybe
I will gladly pay that if you can get those records out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's ways to do it. I just think for some people, and I get it, you have a price point, you have a cost, you want to make that much money, but you're not going to be willing to take a small profit. You're trying to make and maximize your profits. But for those of you who are really trying to liquidate, that is an option. Hit a 50% discount, and I promise you people will be buying your items up. We have Roman says, I can tell you one thing, guys. Tommy Bernard knows everything except picking good wives. Hello, everyone. And the eBay grind grandma is with us. Thanks for being here. Urethra says, here comes Roman with his dead parakeet stickers.
Oh,
now that I don't know if you guys saw it, but he had this parakeet he bought for his son, I believe, right? And he pans over, and I swear to you, it looks like a KFC 8-piece. You know, he has it in like a KFC 8-piece box. So I'm giving him crap about, going to KFC and bringing his family home KFC when he told him it was a parakeet.
Wow.
Guy Guru says, unfortunately, that express option works, and I won't do one without it. eBay wins. Mm-hmm. And then, yes, Josh, if you're driving still, don't list and drive.
Don't do anything and drive. Just drive.
Yes, just drive. Let's see. Only Cool Stuff's with us. Shouting out to Tommy. Maya Kayama says, did eBay come out with a new promoted listing? What's this express? They've had it for a while. It's eBay's promoted listings for auctions. So if you have an auction, the idea, though, is based on your starting price of the auction, eBay is going to say, okay, give me $3 right now. Whether it sells or not, we'll get it in front of more people. We don't promise you that it'll sell, but we want this money up front. And so it's like, all right, why not?
For auctions?
It's auctions, yes.
Yeah.
For auctions only. Yes. So if you're not doing auction, just fixed price, you're never going to see it. eBay Grind Grandma woke up to 7 sales this morning, was excited, but at my age, I can't get too excited. I might break something.
Yeah, don't get too ecstatic.
Yes.
Keep the calm in the excitement.
We have SPT Thrift or SP Thrift in the house. Says, hello, beautiful people. Finally caught up on the weekend's eBay and whatnot sales. 70 total sales. Bupkis today. Spigot turned off.
Yeah.
It's like people are just going to, I think people, the non-last minute people, knowing I don't have enough time to get this thing shipped, are going to be pretty much done. And your last minute folks are going to start making sales. Mike Gertis says, hello, my sales are on track to be 3 to 4% higher than last year. eBay expenses up around $2,500, aka promoted fees, postage down around $2,500 plus Ground Advantage. Units sold down around 500, ASP up. There you go, Mike.
Well,
that's the way to do it.
Up and downs there.
In a bad economy year, to say that your sales are up, that's an accomplishment. So good job on that. Christian's dad says, hit the like button, hoping for my first sale of the day. eBay sucks this Q4.
Sure does.
It hasn't been too great. I can tell you that. It's like on a scale of 1 to 10. Better. Scale of 1 to 10 for us, with 1 being the worst possible outcome and 10 being like, wow, this is outstanding. 3 is where I give it. That's, giving some room because we have made some sales, but the sales days aren't anywhere near what they were. Mm-hmm. Steve likes the Rolo label, and Yi Muchi says, just fold the paper. It's easier than cutting it. Yeah, I know, but you still got to tape it. Yeah. Urethra says, it's laughable how long it took me to get a thermal printer, even though I knew better. And now I'm like, WTF, old lady, better late than ever. That's kind of how I'm thinking about this paper tape machine.
Yeah, I really wish we would have gotten it earlier.
Tommy says, short subs don't watch long form. Don't get too carried away. No, not getting too carried away. It's just, the goal here, the goal within the goal is, for me, I'm just trying to build a channel. Of course, every creator wants to get as many views and people on board with the channel. It's going to go along the lines of what I'm going to talk about in my next video.
I don't know that we're trying to like.
I want to grow the channel.
I mean, of course you want to grow the channel, but you want them to be genuine subs. You don't want them to come in and watch a few minutes of a video and click out.
I keep getting these emails.
It's the content that we need.
I keep getting these emails from someone, probably, I don't know, Pakistan or something, that says, hey, love your channel. I love the creation of your channel and this, that, and other thing. Oh, but we can get your video. We can give you another 10,000 subs in the next 60 days. And I'm like, no, I don't know what you're doing.
Because that's not going to happen.
I don't, not trying to play that game. No. I want the subs to be organic.
Yes.
Patricia says, James MBRS says short spring on new subs. It could possibly be. No Bullshit is with us, says, hey, the heat gun works.
Yes,
it works.
It does.
It
does.
And even those labels that don't even want to peel off, they want to rip, right?
Yes.
It works good on those.
Yep. I love it. It's a challenge to me if I can get a big label off in one swipe. It's the best.
So Maya went off on a buyer this morning on Poshmark. Saturday they bought an item and requested.
Went off.
Well, I know in her mind she went off. Bought an item and then requested to cancel so they could bundle. They buy the bundle this morning. They request to cancel again.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
Patricia says the eBay photo editor tools on the desktop have been really buggy for me recently. Have to reload at least once every listing when the edit or trash can freeze. Interesting. I know that I've seen that in the past, but of course, lately I just haven't seen it. Tommy says, guide, I use a reflective white PVC background on photos, never an issue removing the background. And I used to do that. I had the white PVC because it's easy to clean. Sometimes they can get dirty, you're putting previously handled or used items that have been dirtied, and it tends to dirty your background. But those clean up really good. I've used that for the longest time, but now these background removal tools are pretty good. I have a gray tabletop, and it's kind of like a marbled gray, and I put almost everything out on there when I don't bring it inside here on this wooden table, and that works pretty well for me as well, and the background comes off just fine. Larry Todd wants to know, how fun is this paper tape machine?
It's so fun.
It's as fun as you want to make it, I guess. She was having fun with, she was really getting a lot of those
I was knocking out shipping last night like it was nothing. Thanks again, Scott. We should have listened earlier.
I don't know what Tommy's talking about here. Oh, God, I hear the postal police coming for Jenna. John, cut ties now so you don't go down with the ship. No. I think that's what the mailman that came. Rich Colby says, I've been using the Dymo label writer 4XL and 450 thermals for 7 years, and they are the best. Never use any other printers for labels. I was on that train back in 2019, went to Costco, got a good deal on the 4XL, and within 30 days, the thing took a crap. Mm-hmm. And I took it back, got my money back, and went with the Dymo, not Dymo, but the Rollo, and it's been great ever since. And this is a true statement. Lighting is the most important thing. Got to get good lighting. D. Schmitz with us says, Jenna, is he drinking one of those energy drinks again? Am I the only one complaining about listings missing? I've been doing inventory on my 1,000 eBay store and taking half of it down. This is straight up water today.
No, today we have no energy sources at all. And it's really, we're just fake it till you make it today.
No, there's no fake. It's just really trying to be.
No, we're just trying to push through because we've got a long rest of the evening to go. So
Meg is with us. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Meg.
And Tommy says, for lighting, if using LED, the CRE rating is what's important to reproduce accurate colors. 97% or better CRE is usually fine for what we do. You know what? I'm writing that down. I learned so much from you guys. So
don't blow up his head even more.
no, I mean, I do. That's 97%. I'm going to actually maybe go buy some better lighting because I am fighting with the lights that I have.
You've been trying to make those things work since we got them.
We have the green hat that we sold, and she's packing it up, and she's like, well, I think that was kind of her excuse for not finding it and involving me in finding it. But I found it. She's all, that's not the color that's in the photo. I'm like, well, that's the best that I was able to do here.
Yeah, it was way off.
Not that
it looked
off.
like a sage green in the picture, but in real life, it was army green.
Tommy says, got to refresh. Over 80 thumbs up. John's backside currently. He prefers over 100, though. Yes, I do.
Wow. The backside, we got 105.
Guy Guru says, I'm not sure what my lighting CRE is usually adjust the exposure to match. Different colors on product will change everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it will.
Patricia says, my iPhone camera tends to go towards making colors yellowish.
Mine did
great
too.
Card. So yeah. I like to use, when I'm in here, I'll go on to my camera, and then so I'll set it up, the square option, and then I'll go into, I don't know if you can see this, but I'll go into exposure, right? And then I'll set it to like plus, I don't know if you can see that, plus 0.7. And that tends to adjust the lighting pretty good. The yellowing, it takes it out a little bit.
Yeah, and you know, Patricia, I was having that same problem with my old iPhone. That's why one of the reasons why I had to get a new phone, because I agree. I can't speak.
I agree with that entirely.
The yellow in all of my pictures was getting to be so bad that I couldn't even take pictures anymore.
So there's a program, and I think someone mentioned it, you can run on your iPhone, and because I'm always putting that setting in. So is there a program that'll keep the settings in place, or a way to lock in? So I'm not changing the square all the time. I'm not putting 0.7 for my exposure all the time.
It's probably in a setting feature.
Yeah, well, I need to know where that is.
You don't take time to do a lot of small
But
details.
Tommy's able to do that with the latest lighting, and I'm finally able to lock in the settings, never touch it no matter what, thankfully. So I'd like to know how you do that. Jovial says, don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but thank you, J&J, so much. I didn't think you would open during the live. Snuck away for a bit to get away from all the chaos as my mama passed away yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. What can you say? What can you say to that?
That's
sorry.
That's awful.
Hopefully you're making it through. Hopefully you're making it through.
We'll be keeping you in our prayers.
Let's see. Only Cool Stuff says,
sucks.
Man alive, you guys have so much discussion about postage in the U.S. We have it so much simpler here in the U.K. I think it's like Royal Post, right?
Royal
and that's
Post.
It. And they probably, though, because you have lack of options, they might be fleecing you a little bit on the price, because I think when you have more options, it opens it up for competition, and competition is really good, I think, for everything. Rhonda says, difficult times to say the least, but the timing was perfect. To all, remind your family and loved ones how much you love them, because you never know if it's the last time you have the opportunity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm giving you a big hug.
Yeah.
A big hug.
Sorry about that. I've been through it. I've been through it with both of my parents. So yeah.
Well, my sister's husband's mom just passed away last Sunday. It just sucks, you know. The timing, of course, no timing is a good time, but during right in the middle of the holidays, just really, you know, it's like twisting of the sword.
And you were talking, but I don't think she was listening to you. She had to go. That was like a few minutes ago. But you'll be watching on replay.
That's okay. We love you.
Yeah, thank you. We'll be talking soon, I'm sure. Queen Boss Lady says, oh God, I just shipped a box in an envelope and taped the flap. Super nice and clean. I was so proud of my wrapping. I was like, damn, it looks super cute and neat. I hope I didn't get in trouble. Well, only if you're using Cubic. So we got a sale. I sold that electronic cash register for $44.99. I got it. It fires up, but the tape, where you put the tape in for the receipt, that mechanism was like missing. So it should have been like $120 for the thing, but because it's sold that way. Let's see if I have any more here. Roman says, Todd, I support monarchy. That's why I need to go into government soon.
What?
Roman.
Oh.
Tommy says, the only way country music isn't boring or borderline wrist slitting is if Roman sings it. Now that I'd pay to go see. Any of you guys been on Roman's live? If you guys want to have some amusement, it's not a serious live by any means, but it is very, very entertaining. Go check out Roman's live, and that is Anytime Pickers channel.
Saturdays.
Sorry, Roman, don't have the link. I would put it in there like you do, but go check out Anytime Picker. Give him some love. He's a really great guy. Funny dude. You know, he accepts my jokes, which I think sometimes are pretty bad. And so for that reason, go check him out. He's a good dude. Let's see. Marcy says, hi, everyone. I can't get a video to post on any listings. I've tried to change the format, resolution, but nothing works. Sizes are too big. No background music either. Any common issues? Yes. I've had a couple listings where I've taken my 30-second clip, and I think it's MOV format or MP4 format on an iPhone. And I upload it with my Dropbox onto my computer, and I go in to upload it, and it says it wants it to be a JPEG. It says it wants it to be a bitmap. Those are photo files. So it's asking me to upload a photo file when it's a video file. I think they're having a problem with that. So that was only in a couple listings where I wanted to show that the item worked. Oh, well. It's not that big of a deal. Just got to move on until they fix it. Patricia says, got a shirt from an eBay seller in a new USPS Priority padded envelope, turned inside out, and shipped Grand Advantage. Made me so mad. Legit reason for negative feedback. I don't like giving negative feedback to other sellers. Just me. I don't really like it. I know that, it's horrible for that buyer, to that seller, to do what they did.
Why would they turn it inside out?
Because they didn't have any supplies for it. They probably didn't
go to. Oh, because it went Ground Advantage.
Yeah, they didn't go. They didn't do what we told them to do. Go to GyroPack. Click the link down below. Get 10% off and get some real poly bags. But
they did what we
did
say not to do.
But here's the thing. I would send them a message saying, "Look, I'm a seller myself, and thankfully, I'm not going to give you negative feedback, but if you do it again, someone might give you a negative. So just be careful."
Yeah.
Not Funny says, why do people say to send jeans in a flat rate bubble mailer instead of using the flat rate envelope? The flat rate bubble mailer has its own price point. I think it's $8.30. I'm not sure the flat rate envelope, that one that's kind of cardboardish, will fit most pairs of jeans. Maybe I'm wrong, but I know if you fold it up properly, and do I say the word that I would normally say? Probably not, huh?
Just say it.
No, it's not a good word. I will. That's the wrong one. So I'll take a. This is probably not the right size bag, but it's a bigger bag than this. We gotta order some more of these. And I'll put the pants inside here, right? So, and then I'll slide it in the envelope so that it goes in, because you will fight.
Oh, I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah. And it's not Trojan brand either. So
XXL.
Yeah. But if you try to throw your item in the bubble mailer, you might think it's going to fit, but it's not going to fit. So you put it in one of these bags, and then you put it in, and it'll slide right in. So hopefully you guys understand what I'm talking about. Maya says, I wouldn't give a negative for that if the item was fine and you didn't get charged additional postage. Let's see. Marcy says, in creating the listing, it sticks, but I click on it and the video plays. Mine doesn't. Mine just gives me an error message saying that I need to put a JPEG in that, and I'm actually clicking on the video where it says to put the video in. So mine says, not funny. I usually use a flat rate paper envelope for jeans. I put them in a clear plastic poly bag first, unless it's a large size. Padded flat rate costs more. Yeah. Queen Boss Lady, reminder, don't forget to get your eBay shipping supplies. Store credits are going to expire soon. Yes. So if you, back in October, if you have a store, you were given your coupon. and a lot of people forget about it. So use it now. In fact, they're probably better stocked up anyway right now, as versus the first when you get your new coupon anyway, when people start getting all the supplies. Mr. Sadie, Mr. Larry, actually got a chance to meet him the other day as well on Beers Live. So nice to see you again. Roman says, Todd, don't worry. I'll send a eBay link to your live. They will remove it right away as soon as they see your hands. Tommy says, padded flat rate is better for the flea market sellers that are too lazy to put items in a clear poly to protect from weather. And then we have Maritime Tees. Has anyone heard about Amazon stopping contracts with these pallet sellers? A big company in California lost their contracts, Bulldog Liquidators. And I don't know if you're the one that sent me that message. Someone sent me an email about that. That kind of worries me because, yes, Bulldog, they have one out here too in Vegas, but I don't use them. Been there, wasn't impressed. If that happens, you're going to see a lot of bin stores go out of business. I mean, a lot of them are going out right now anyway, but I heard that Amazon was looking into doing their own bin stores and bringing in their own liquidation and pretty much taking over that. And if they start cutting contracts with a lot of the middlemen liquidators, the people that have the contract holders, then it's going to be more difficult for me, because we have liquidators in town that we deal with, and it's going to be very difficult to get the stuff that we get. So that would hurt my business. That would
suck. I hope that's not true.
I hope it's not either, but we'll see. Maya says, Tommy, if I use the flat rate paper envelopes, I always put it in a clear poly first. These are pretty cheap to buy in bulk. My USPS doesn't stock padded flat rates, so I have to order those. Yeah, I always order those. I don't know how many we have left. We need to be ordering more of those. They don't cost a thing. You just got to have an account on USPS.com. Maya, I forgot to mention, you can also use the paper legal flat rate envelopes. They're a little bigger than the paper flat rate. They're a little cheaper than padded flat rate.
Yeah, those are the things I thought she was talking about earlier.
Yeah. Tommy, pretty bird. You're pretty bird. Why isn't he making any noise? Poor Roman.
Poor Roman.
Todd,
poor his son.
I think Parakeet remove your negative feedback faster than eBay. You know what that reminds me of? Anybody see Dumb and Dumber where they had the bird, the dead bird? I think it was the dead parakeet. I think it was the parakeet.
Oh, no.
Oh, I have to get that clip. Now it's going to make me think of Roman every time I see that.
Yeah.
Woody's Comic Chest. My wife's been listing new items in her store and have not been. My store's been cha-ching, cha-ching. Told her to keep up the good work so I can sell some more.
Oh,
oh man.
Gosh.
Hey, we got Mike. Had a strong sales weekend. I was wondering where you were. Thanks for being here, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Beard says, if there's was only a voice out there screaming at you, buy the damn tape machine. You won't even.
He doesn't listen. He's so hard-headed.
It's in use. Now with her,
it took forever.
Let me ask you: do you keep that thing on? Because she left it on the first night.
Yeah, I do. I need you to tell me. Do you turn it off every day? Do you turn it off every night? Do you leave it on all the time? Is that going to hurt it? Because we don't have no instruction manual. I had to do, when I put it together, I had to do everything from a YouTube video.
Jeff Zenik says, selling vintage paperbacks, I've had the trouble of the cover curving upward while photographing book on its side. Today, for the first time, use gallery putty to hold the cover down. Work good.
Oh,
okay.
That's a good idea. Never would have thought of that.
Tommy says, also make sure all the other lights in the room are either off or same bulb. Ceiling lights that don't match being on during photography will wig the camera out. Good advice there.
Yeah.
Beard says, Jenna, a new phone and tape machine. What do you want next? Sorry, not sorry, John. She wants a new, what is it? What is that stupid thing that you had me buy you for?
Shark.
It's like a shark thing. It's like the Dyson air wrap, but it's
half the price.
It does the same stuff.
Yeah.
Here's Roman's channel. So it is in the chat if you want to check out his short for the parakeet. And then tell me if that doesn't remind you.
No, that's not the short. That's just to his channel.
Oh, I know, but you can check out the short for the parakeet and see if that doesn't remind you of Dumb and Dumber. Steve Poste says, Jenna, that's some dedication to change your name to Flippin' Ain't Easy.
You know, I had to match.
I tell my dog that every morning, by the way. You hear me tell him that's not easy.
Well, yeah, because
he's
rough.
Yeah, he's telling me it's rough. It's not easy. That's a true story, by the way. Yes, the flat rate cardboard envelope fits most jeans. I sell them all the time. If I need a bigger one, I use the legal flat rate $7.90. And then Thomas says, if you cut a small slit in the bottom of padded rate, it'll slide right in.
Wow.
I know we're going to be cool. We're catching up here. Patricia says, Tommy, you can use the straw down the mailer fold and let the air out without cutting the mailer. There you go. Wow. Oh, wow. Straws. Gotta love straws. Junk Trader says, same Roman. I like last week's weather much better. Almost thought it was spring. Yeah. It's going to get worse, guys. It's going to get worse weather here pretty soon. It's so
cold here, you guys. I am freezing. Right now I'm not, but it's been so cold and having to go out. I told John tonight, like, I am not dressing up. I want to be warm because we're going near the strip and it's usually colder there.
So we had at least 20-something yard sales that were published. So probably a lot more than that. I saw a lot of signs yesterday driving around from, yard sale here and there. So this late in the year, last year, we didn't have yard sales hardly at all. That just shows you how much money people need money. People are hurting. And they're willing to have yard sales in 40-degree weather to do it. Yes, Dumb and Dumber. I thought I recognized that line. Patricia says, come to North Pennsylvania, Tommy. And then Roman says, I actually have to get a girl parakeet because apparently the one I got is the boy. So I got 2 boy parakeets. Need to put girl parakeet in there. Oh, so they can fight? Beard says, on 24/7 LOL, forget about it. Run it out of water. I am terrible.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But I don't think you're supposed to keep it on because that's like a heating mechanism.
Yeah,
right?
he scolded me.
I'm like, what do you leave it on for? You're going to kill this thing.
Yeah.
Thomas says, get the A or G, Jenna, with smart switches to automate all the equipment lighting. As much as John spends on his toys, he can afford it.
That's what I'm saying.
We have a lot of that stuff.
We need to automate a lot of things.
I got to put up let me see that. What? I got to put up that.
Oh.
It's a thing I got. It's an outdoor floodlight camera. If I can do this right. So that's the next thing to go up. I just have to do it. It's going to take me about a half an hour.
Yeah, but trying to get him to pull away from anything of the business is like pulling teeth.
And we have the goat in the house. He's lurking. Pete. How you doing, Pete? Thanks for hanging out with us. Roman says, me and Todd even know that for a boy parakeet, there has to be a girl parakeet, but you don't introduce like another boy into that mix.
We're gonna have to separate them, right? Patricia said snow this morning. Oh no. Okay. Hold on. It's currently 55.
Yeah.
But at night, it's getting down to 35.
Yeah.
And
for us,
that's for me. I'm a Southern cowgirl through and through. And so this cold in the desert is brittle cold. Like it makes my bones hurt. Yeah. I could never live anywhere where it snowed.
And Beard says, don't take that from John. Mine has been on for about 5 years. Well, I don't want to be the guy that has had his for 31 days and then the thing like craps out on me and I'm stuck because it's beyond the warranty period that sellers give.
I think it might be on right now.
Tommy says, if I did liquidation and got electronics and pallets, it wouldn't be profitable. I'd keep anything good. And that's the problem. This one right here, just grabbing the stuff out of my pallets. It's like when I had to promise her eventually I'd give her the next air wrap because we fought over the air wrap. I'm like, this is like a $200
No, we didn't fight. It can't. We got a Dyson air wrap in the pallet.
Yeah.
And I said, no, you go ahead. We needed the sales. So I'm like, no, just go ahead and sell it. And then we got another one in another liquidation. I'm like, no, just go ahead and sell it. But the next one we get, I want it. We never got one ever
Never
since.
got another one because these pallets are so picked through.
Yeah.
Green Door Investment says try cold and humid.
Yeah,
Live
my
cold.
son is in Texas and he said it's cold and it's humid. And I'm like, how does that even work? How is it cold and
it's just
humid?
wet. It's a wet air.
You feel like you're sweating?
Tyler's Trading Post says, hey, it's been so long.
Tyler's Trading Post?
Yeah, I've been sorting my life out and got my resale back up and running now. Well, awesome.
Yay!
Don't forget, we have this live at 3 p.m. on Mondays and most Fridays. Like this one, we're going to have. The next one's going to be Thursday. So don't forget, Thursday, we're going to do live at 3 o'clock Pacific time, 6 Eastern, because we're going to be doing this Cowboy Christmas thing with the friends in town.
All over.
Yeah, we're just.
It's so nice to see you back again. That's cool.
So, guys, I don't care how you buy your postage. You got to find ways, especially if you're doing this as a business, you're serious about it as a business, and it's not just a hobby. What? You don't like that word?
No, I hate that word.
So, if you're doing this as a hobby, then yeah, just do whatever you want to do. But if you're trying to make this work as a business, as eBay increases the fees, as eBay makes the idea of selling more expensive, you've got to be proactive in bringing down your costs, whether it's the cost of goods, cost of supplies, use the GyroPack link down below, or your shipping. Use Pirate Ship or something like it. They're not sponsoring this channel, but we use Pirate Ship to compare what eBay labels are. And even if it's 50 cents, save that money, and you'll see over the course of a year, if you go and look back, you'll see how much you've saved. But figuring out all that out and making it work for you is yet another example of how flipping ain't easy. And I want you guys to have an excellent start to your week here, and we will talk to each and every one of you here very soon. Take care, everyone.
Love you all.